Welcome to another edition of Got Gameplay on the YouTube channel. I feel like I was going to screw that up if I did not put a lot of emphasis into it. Probably calling it YouTube or something like that. But YouTube is the place where we put all these Got Gameplay videos. And we also have a radio show. You can find us on Google by just searching Sportsnet. Search also Got Game in the same field. That'll take you to pretty much the Sportsnet website where you'll find out that, hey, Got Game is a radio show that is heard across the world, but we mostly focus on Ontario. That's basically our major focus. We end up on stations in Toronto, in Kitchener, I believe in Ottawa. I've been told in Ottawa. And we do a show where we talk about video games. Now we also do this video show where we talk about specific gameplay of a specific video game. This week it is Lego Batman 3, I believe it's called, Beyond Gotham. That's the weird part about this Lego Batman game. It's called Lego Batman. It's not really about Lego Batman. He's in it. He is a major figure in the plot, but as you can see, there are whole sections of this game where you don't play as Batman or Robin, who normally is your sidekick. You play as an entire legion of both good and bad guys in the DC universe. And here we're playing as, I believe his name is John, and he is a Martian who can go from his natural Martian form, which is big and scary and bigger than the average man, and a smaller, more humanoid form, at least more mankind-like form, human being-like form, where he does not have like muscular shoulders and stuff like that. And then you basically play as another character in the specific level, the Green Lantern, who is going to be flying around the screen, which I think is actually a really good part. I mean, the Green Lantern flies everywhere. That's a major part of that character. He rarely touches the ground, so the fact that they've built that into this game does make sense. But what is a Lego Batman game? You would think it'd be playing a lot of Batman solving puzzles. Well, you got the solving puzzle part, right? As we watch a puzzle here get solved, you're basically playing as members of the Justice League, which is the DC version of the Avengers. And you wander around various sort of DC universe environments, if you will, solving puzzles. I love the early gameplay in this game. Will actually put you inside the Batcave, where Bruce Wayne does all his Batman stuff and keeps his Batman car and his Batman plane and stuff like that. This is what's called the Watchtower. Now, in the mythology of the DC universe, there is basically a super giant space station up in space where all the superhero guys live, and that's where they fight crime from, and that's this location. There's a few other locations that you might recognize inside this game, and a lot of characters that you'll recognize because you go through playing as various characters in various chapters. They pretty much take you through the entire gambit of the catalog, if you will, and you solve puzzles. And many of the puzzles, not all of them, but many of them, just say, hey, you got to come here and smash all the bricks, and then you'll find the secret piece that you need, and you can use that to build whatever contraption you need. The contraption is always built automatically. You'll just hold the button that says build, and then it'll just start building. There's also some other powers, like we saw Martian Dude put on his red vision, which I'm not entirely sure exactly how that works, but I can tell you that Batman has a similar version of this red vision where he has his super secret scientist suit where he can look for clues that no one else can see. And it does a similar thing where if he shows up to the right position and puts on that scientist explorational supervision suit, automatically stuff will just appear. Like the right piece that you'll need to interact with will appear in the game. That's a very common part of this type of gameplay. Mostly, as I said, it's just blowing up stuff, breaking things until you find the right brick. But at the same time, there are a number of unique puzzles where you will be forced to use the one character and one of his very specific costumes. I know that Robin has one that sucks up bricks, so he can use that to collect bricks. Here you see Green Lantern using a boot to kick over one of the things, and I didn't get to choose the boots. That happened automatically. And that's a lot of what this gameplay is. You just find the right character, find the right suit, destroy everything until you can find the right brick and build it all, and then use that brick and automatically build whatever contraption you need to save the day. So I would say other than that, the one thing we didn't talk about in this game is a lot of character. There's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of puns. I feel like the Joker character, for example, is the Joker character you know, regardless of whether or not it's Mark Hamill behind it or not, regardless of the fact that this is a kid's game. That character is just a slightly watered down version of what the Joker is specifically for this game, but you can tell it's the Joker. So the character is a major focus, and the gameplay is what you see before you. Just different little Lego guys, different little Lego places, and slightly different Lego puzzles, depending on what part of the game you're in. So tune in next week. We'll do another GOT gameplay then. We'll look at The Crew, which has just come out on consoles.